guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Call me Nivek, starting with K. Today we are talking about a very important thing, the dark sides of Canada that you should consider before making the big move. Canada, with its stunning landscape and diverse opportunities, is truly a land of promise. But today we are not going to talk about the beautiful sides of Canada. We are diving into the challenges you might face. And no, I'm not going to talk about the weather. That's not something in your hand. First up, let's discuss the very important thing, the healthcare.
Issues where patients, when they are seen, often end up being treated in hallways. In Quebec, emergency departments are at 137% capacity. In BC, they're talking about a double whammy tied to population boom and respiratory illnesses, that they're seeing more patients in hospital than at any other time in provincial history.
Healthcare is free, so how? It is a dark side. Yes, Canada is known for its cost-free healthcare system, but there's medicines and other needs often come out of your pockets. Vitamins and all those things are so expensive and you have to pay for it. And mind you, they're not cheap. So while doctor's visit might be covered, be prepared to spend on prescription and over-the-counter meds. Also, since it's free, the wait time can be long.
The average length of stay in an emergency room is 4 hours. 1 in 10 people have to wait more than 8 hours. Compared to Australia, the UK, and the US, our wait times are much longer.
I have prepared a detailed video. If you are interested in learning more about the free healthcare or not free healthcare system of Canada, check out my detailed video by clicking the link here. Next, let's dive into the job market in Canada. The truth is, the current job market in Canada offers a majority of blue-collar positions with fewer white-collar roles available. But many of us move to Canada with a dream of a better life, aiming of a professional or managerial position. But are you ready to roll up your sleeves for a blue-collar job if that's what it takes? If that's the case, why would you move? You could have done the same thing back home and have the family and other things available with you. It's a tough question. So I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know in the comment box, what do you think? Is it worth the move? Share your thoughts and let's move to the next one.
Rent control.
Rent controls.
There's no doubt that the cost of living associated with rent is becoming very serious indeed.
Somehow you're able to manage things in trying to do the blue collar job, letting your body exhaust, and then able to somehow survive. Then comes this next part, is the
real estate market has gone crazy.
Housing affordability.
Ensure that affordable housing gets built.
Affordable housing.
The housing and rent. Yes, where you gonna stay? You need a roof. That's the very basicness part of the necessity too. But here, the housing and rents are another major concern. The average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment is around $1,800 plus the utilities in Toronto. And finding affordable housing can be a quite challenge, especially in major cities like Toronto. And the average price of condo, if you see, is around $730.
This is what $1 million gets you in Toronto and in the Greater Vancouver area. It doesn't get you as much in Canada's most expensive cities.
Healthcare is free, but you have to pay out of your pocket. Then there are very less job, or you go for a blue-collar job, stress your body, and then you have to go for the cost of living. The food and basic necessities have doubled in price, and it's getting harder to hang out these days. For example, gas prices are soaring and
भूख लगी है खाना दो.
just 2 people can easily cost you a minimum of $100. We go for a weekly grocery, it's nothing less than $200 or $300 for 2 people. So everyday grocery have doubled in price over the last year. It's not as affordable as you might think. the income is not that great. You don't have jobs. You have to pay for your health. And then the regular or the basic necessities are getting expensive. I've got an in-depth video coming up about the housing market in Canada, whether you should buy a house in 2024 or not. So don't miss out. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the notification as it's live. Now let's dive into the next point. Lastly, let's talk about the taxes in Canada, because who doesn't love a good tax joke? Canada's tax system is like that friend who always takes a bite of your dessert without asking. You work hard and then Uncle Maple Leaf takes a chunk before you even see your paycheck. So whether you are calculating your marginal tax rate or pondering if those tax credits are worth the paperwork, just remember, tax season in Canada is like winter. It's long, it's cold, and you better be prepared with layers of receipts. Let's break it down with an example.
Current average salary in Toronto is $63,000, and if you see the federal and provincial tax and other deductions, the tax is 28.4%, giving you a 71.6% net pay in your hand. But that's not the truth. That's not the only percentage of the tax that is being deducted from your pay. It is actually 33.4%. 28.4% is the tax rate, has now rise to 33.4%, meaning your real tax rate is actually 5% higher than what it seems. And if you take an example with an increment or the increase of $100 in your salary, that would be taxed as $34.19. Hence, your net pay will only increase by 65.81 cents and not by $100. Let's also check how the other provinces are doing with the taxes. So Ontario is like 28.4% with a 5% of increase, and you see Alberta, Quebec, New Brunswick, and other provinces are so high,
impacting disposable income and spending power. And as discussed, the average renting is approximately $1,800. And every week grocery is about $200 to $50. So now what's left in your hand at the end of the month? Nothing. To sum up, Canada presents amazing opportunities alongside some important challenges. These factors can vary in impact, yet they resonate with many individuals here. So what are your thoughts? Do you still see Canada as a variable choice despite these considerations? Share your perspective in the comment below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, hasta la vista.